Today, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 18 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Justin Herbert and the LA Chargers taking on Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the LA Chargers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and yes, it's January 7th, but we haven't seen you since... A scoreless game here early on, but how much longer will that hold up as we've got action in the red zone on 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Kadarius Toney. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Chiefs take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Well, these... Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's Kadarius Toney who caps things with a touchdown reception. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
Brought down by Willie Gay. From the 46, here's a 2nd and 5. Herbert. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Herbert throws complete to Williams. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Herbert operating from the red zone. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. Herbert throwing again. They'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. Eckler is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Spiller. Touchdown, Chargers. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Look and repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now a 2nd and 10. Toss right side to Pacheco. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
Andy, do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Chris Jones on the stop. Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Here's Herbert. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Allen, the man in motion right. Now they'll fake the jet sweep and give it instead to Eckler. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. They work now on 2nd and 9. It's Eckler again. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal. And
anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And the Chiefs offense ready to go again. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And some space here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Pacheco gets it up the gut. Dayon Henley there on the tackle.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe when... Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Chargers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 2nd and 6. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Slant route going to be caught by Palmer. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.